doctor's appointment. Well, a doctor's appointment in occupational therapy. Camden's in the back seat. I don't know if you can see his little hand over here. And we're just going for a follow-up on his medicine that we use for his autism. And then he's got occupational therapy for an hour. And then he's going to head home and hang out with his Grammy for the day. And I'm going to go to work. Finish up a couple of little projects from yesterday. I have to call some students today. And still tired. Then have the gym after work. And we ended up playing Lego Batman on the Wii last night instead of watching Despicable Me 2. So I think we may watch Despicable Me 2 tonight. We may go and get Taco Villa. Does that sound good, Camden? It does sound good? You want Taco Villa for supper and we'll watch Despicable Me? Okay. Yes, Despicable Me 2, because we don't like Despicable Me 1. Why don't you like Despicable Me 1?
Because it has Miss Hattie in it.
Miss Hattie's not very nice, is she? No. So, that is our plan for the day. And tomorrow will be an extra long work day for me because I'm going to be making up time from...
Mama, look.
What do you see?
I see a daddy, a mama, and a puppy.
I think they're taking their dog for a walk. But I've got to make up time from taking off to go to his doctor's appointment on Monday. So, tomorrow, I'm not complaining. I know people work very, very long days. It's just going to be long compared to what I normally do. And we're kind of running out of things to do at work. So, it may be a make work day, which is okay. I've got some ideas, but I feel really bad that I'm so behind on uploading vlogs. But at least I have content from the last 2 days.
Mama, what's Nornfrost?
What is what?
Nornfrost.
Nornfrost?
No.
That is what Loki throws at the bad guys in Lego Marvel and puts them into in Lego Marvel Superheroes and puts them into overdrive. Overdrive means that they go really, really fast and really, really strong, stronger than they usually are. These are the kind of conversations we regularly have in the car. What does he say when he throws the Nornfrost? He says, "No frost away!"
What does it say?
That's just what he says. He's throwing it. That's what he says. So.
Who's henchman?
Who is who?
Henchman.
Henchmen? Henchmen are people that do work for a bad guy. Little glimpse into daily life.
I got you, Mama. I got you. I got you.
So don't be scared because you got me?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not scared.
Mama, what's that over there?
What is that?
No. Those flags.
The flags?
Yeah. What are they
There's
doing over there?
There's a Texas flag and a United States flag, and I think the other ones are just...
Captain America flag.
There's a Captain America flag? Okay.
That's a lot of flags.
Now that you've seen a little glimpse of our morning, we're almost to the doctor's to you a little bit more on the way to work later. And no, baby, Dr. V does not give shots.
Why doesn't Dr. V?
Very glad Dr. V doesn't give shots. Well, it's quitting time at work. I'm headed over to the gym. It was kind of a draggy day. It was hard to get motivated. Even my boss said she was having a hard time getting any kind of motivation to do much of anything. So we both made lists of things to do tomorrow, and I'm going to be there a little more than 2 hours more than I normally am to make it my time for Monday. So hopefully I won't have to just make work for a lot of that time. A bunch of the stuff on my list are really small tasks that won't take that long, but hoping maybe I can help do some more organization for the office and make it a little more efficient going into the fall. But it wasn't a bad day. It just was one of those days that you look at the clock at like noon and you could swear it's going to be 12 o'clock and it's, or 2 o'clock and it's only 12 o'clock. And she even had made that comment. She said it feels like it should be so much later in the day than it is. So, I guess that everybody has those days once in a while, though. And let's see. I feel so weird not having homework. I keep thinking that I'm forgetting to do things, and I know it's that I'm used to having homework to do. I need to just relax and enjoy not having it. But tonight is going to be date night with my kiddo, and hopefully he still wants to do that. I would like to just sit and watch a movie with him, but we'll probably just do whatever he wants to do. If he wants to do Play-Doh, we'll do that, or play superheroes, or what else has he liked lately? He's obsessed with Imaginext toys, and they're the coolest toys. They've got all different kinds of things. They have Monsters, Inc., and they have like pirate ships and spaceships and rescue cities where there's like a fire department, an ambulance, and a police station all connected together, and the little cars talk to the stations and get orders called back out to them. They're really cool, but I never know what theme he's going to want to play with. We usually set up Gotham City because he's got the Gotham City jail and he's got the Batcave, and so he just connects it onto the other pieces and tells me like the pirates work at the bay and the astronauts are hanging out at the launch pad in case they need to go catch bad guys in space. He's got an amazing imagination. It's really funny, but I did not hear, and I guess it's still a little early, I may still hear from, but I didn't hear from the diagnostician today, so I've got to call the school tomorrow and get all of that lined out, because we really need to get him registered by the end of next week. So we can make sure that we have everything in place and that we've got all of his necessary school supplies and all of that kind of stuff. Trying to think. Oh, I still have to get my whatchamacallit. That helps, doesn't it? My acceptance letter and stuff like that in for my scholarship. And I need to do that by the end of this week probably, because classes get paid for next week and they want to have it distributed by then. So I'm not going to be one of those people that doesn't get my money because I didn't follow through with what I needed to do. So maybe I can put that on my to-do list tomorrow. I'll get a little extra walking in, and I can take the acceptance and thank you letters over to the office along with my transcripts and all of that. And then the week before, or the week that school starts, I find out about a second scholarship that I applied for. They make the decision on it really late because they have to wait for the final grades for the summer semester to be posted. like my semester is over because I took online classes, but people who are taking actual physical classes still have, I think, a week or 10 days, something like that. So a lot of them, since their grades aren't posted yet, they're not making a decision on everything. So crossing my fingers that goes well, and I know I'll get some type. I mean, I will get some form of a scholarship from them, but there's varying levels of amounts you can get based on how much you receive in financial aid from Pell Grants and things like that. So we will see. Take whatever I can get, and I'll be very grateful for it. But I don't know if I am going to make an 800 calorie burn again today, but I'm sure going to try, because I've eaten like absolute poop for the last 2 days. It's been ridiculous. And there's no excuse for it other than that I craved something and I wanted it, so I ate it. But I am going to work hard while I'm at the gym today, and hopefully that will help me feel a little better. Just kind of had the blahs today too. It's been kind of a yucky day. Not really feeling sad or anything like that, just feel off, you know. So hopefully sticking with routine and going to the gym today will be enough to kind of knock that out a little bit. But I'm going to get my hours caught up tomorrow, so hopefully Friday, I have an appointment that morning, but hopefully in the afternoon I can take my kiddo either to the science center, or we can go out to the park or the zoo or something like that, because with having taken classes for the biggest part of the summer, I really didn't get to do a whole lot with him as far as going out and doing fun stuff. So I want to get that in as much as I can in the last few weeks before he has to go back, or before I have to go back and he has to go to school for the first time. So that is what I'm hoping, is that we'll be able to squeeze in 1 or 2 fun things on Friday, and maybe do something on Saturday too. I'm not sure. But I think we're supposed to get rain tonight. I hope that we get rain tonight. It's been very hot the last few days, and it's not normally that humid here. It's usually just really dry heat, but it has been so humid lately. It's just kind of draining. So it'd be nice to get some relief from it and get some rain. So hoping. Plus it makes for really good sleeping weather. All about sleeping. Anyway, headed to the gym, and my parents have church tonight, so I'll pick the kiddo up, we'll go get supper, hopefully watch a movie, chill out for a while, and make sure that I've got my list of stuff to do tomorrow, not only for work, but for just general purposes down, because I used to be really good at just remembering stuff and remembering to do stuff, and right now, maybe because so much is going on, if I don't have it written down, it will not happen, and it never happened. So trying to get used to having to write everything down, because that has not been me for most of my life. So we will probably be trying to organize my house a little bit this week too, so that I can keep track of everything. Now I'm rambling, but we just have a lot of mental reorganization as well as life reorganization to do before the fall semester starts for everybody, because whole different ball game. I've not ever had a child in school, but I've heard from family and friends that have kids in school that it's so different. So trying to prepare for that as best I can. But anyway. Oh, and my doctor is working to help me get back on an insulin pump. Which reminds me, I actually need to call the hospital and reschedule a diabetic education thing that I've got coming up. I need to reschedule actually 2 of them. It's just not worked with my scheduling for school and for work and stuff going on with Camden. So we are working to get me back on an insulin pump, though, because half the time I remember to take my glucometer with me, but I'll forget to take my insulin with me, or vice versa, and it's just more effective and much more controlled to be on a pump. And I've been on one before. In October, it'll have been 5 years ago, and I really liked it. I went off of it primarily because I couldn't talk to my doctor directly about what was going on with me. She doesn't do work herself with insulin pumps. So what would have to happen is I would essentially work with a nurse through the hospital that would help me kind of keep monitor on my blood sugars and make any adjustments needed on the amounts of insulin that I was doing. But my doctor would still check me as far as neuropathy or retinopathy or anything like that, just kind of the maintenance part of the diabetes outside of the insulin. And it was kind of frustrating before to not be able to talk to her about it, but you know, looking at what my hemoglobin A1Cs are now versus what they were when I had been on the pump, it's a night and day difference. So I'm hoping I can go back on that within the next couple of months, and it'll also help with continued weight loss, because when you're not having huge blood sugar spikes and things are stable for the most part, you are able to lose weight easier. I've got to find a better way to do this because it's so bumpy. I'm so sorry. But I'm kind of excited about that. I think it'll be good. Everybody, when I had it before, everybody always asked if I was wearing a pager, so I'm sure I'll get that again. But I think overall it'll be better. And they, you know, you have to carry a little bit of tubing around with you, and just make sure to take it off when you take a shower and put it back on when you get out. Other than that, it's not a big deal. So I'm excited about it, and I'm looking forward to it. So that will be coming up too. But for now, we're just maintaining with doing injections about 5 times a day, 4 or 5 times a day. And yeah, that is frustrating because, I mean, I'll still have to prick my finger and check my glucose throughout the day, but having to stab yourself with a needle, I hate needles anyway, but having to stab yourself with a needle 4 to 5 times a day, plus pricking your finger, so actually doing 10 stabs a day gets old so fast. And when I was pregnant with my son, it was actually up to 10 shots a day to keep within a really tightly controlled range, and it just, I commend the people that do it, and I know that people have done it for years. Lots more people do just injections than they do pumps, but I cannot do it without some help. So I was actually really excited that my doctor suggested it the last time that I went in. So now we just got to get the ball rolling on it. But I'm pulling up to the gym, and I'm hoping to wear myself out in there today. burn off some of that nasty food that I ate earlier. And I will check in and let you know how the workout went afterwards. I just had a really good workout and I had the coolest experience in the gym. It was absolutely a God thing because I felt like I was working really, really, really hard today and I was just not burning calories, and I almost walked out 2 or 3 times, but I pushed myself. It's like, I'm gonna get to at least a 600 calorie burn. And I decided to do one last machine and I was really just not feeling it, and I know I looked tired because it was the last 10 minutes of an hour and 20-minute workout, but I was sitting there doing this ab machine, and this guy that I've seen around the gym, this older guy, was just walking past, and he stopped and turned around and came back to me, and he said, I just wanted to tell you, God, I'm gonna cry talking about this. He said, I just want to tell you, don't give up. You're working so hard. Keep it up. You are going to be so proud of yourself. And I was just like, I needed it so bad. I was so discouraged today. I told you guys earlier, I've been eating horribly the last 2 days. And even though I've been working out hard and burning good calories and all of that, I was so down on myself over it. And he started telling me about his sister. He's got a sister that's 62, and she had gastric bypass, and she lost like 150 pounds and was on a good path to getting back into good health. And she freaked out when she saw the excess skin that was left behind from the weight loss, and she ate herself back higher than the weight that she was when she had the surgery. And he said, you know, she's 62 and she's about to be confined to a wheelchair. And he said, I just want you to know, not only will you be proud of yourself, but you will be so thankful when you're my age. And I think he said he was 60. He said, you will be so grateful that you did it. And your kids and your grandkids will be grateful that you did it. And I knew it had to be a God thing, because one of the main reasons that I wanted to get into shape, well, I wanted to feel better about myself, but when he mentioned my kids and my grandkids, my son is my main reason for doing everything. And when I finally decided to lose weight, I told my family, I said, I don't want my son to grow up and wonder if his mom is going to die from being fat, or, you know, get made fun of because his mom is overweight. Because that's hard enough when you don't have any type of special needs. It's hard to understand that. But it would be so much harder with his inability to understand people's emotions or understand their joking or anything like that. And two, I don't want to die young. I want to be here for him, to see him through whatever he does in his life. I want to be around. And for that guy to come up and tell me that he saw me in there every day and saw how hard I worked, and to not give up when I was sitting there thinking, okay, I don't even care, I don't want to be here. It meant so much. Like, I can't even verbalize how much it meant. And then he told me, he said, You know, I've been working out a long time, and I'm always here. And if you ever want help, or you want tips, or you want somebody even to kind of help train you, you can always come ask me. So I'll do it for free, which I already have somebody that helps me long distance. But you know, there's always stuff that kind of comes up if you're doing a new exercise, or you're just trying to break a plateau or something, and you're at the gym and you have a question right that second. And he told me he was proud of me. I've just seen this guy around. I don't know him from anybody. I didn't even get his name today because I was in shock. But it meant so much to me. And I've had other people tell me that they're proud of me, and I'm not minimizing the fact that anybody ever has told me that they're proud of me. I'm proud of myself. But for some random stranger to have taken notice and to have taken the time out of their day to encourage me, it meant so much. I'm just kind of blown away by it. It proved to me again how such a small act of kindness can change someone's entire day, or even change their life. And so I don't even know who all watches my videos, but whoever does, in the next 24 hours, I'd encourage you, I don't care if it's family, friends, or a stranger, do some random act of kindness. It doesn't have to be paying somebody a compliment necessarily. Just anything that you, maybe even something that you think would be insignificant. Just try it. Because if he hadn't stopped and talked to me today, I would have left early. I would have gone home, and I would have been kicking myself that I didn't meet the goal that I reached the last 2 days and had set for today. I met and surpassed that goal today. And yeah, it was the determination on my part, but a lot of it had to do with the kindness of a stranger. Just go out and make a difference for somebody. Just, you may not even realize that you're going to, but you may think that what you say doesn't impact them, but at least try. You never know if you don't try. So now that I've given my motivational speech for the day and I've cried, I am going to go in, I'm going to spend time with my son, and I'm going to just relax and get up the vlogs from the last 3 days. I'm so behind. But be determined to make a difference. You never know if it's going to do something as small as make somebody smile, or as big as save somebody's life. Have a good Wednesday, guys.